until recent years, people haven't been talking much about fasting. Although there is a ton of evidence about the healing powers of fasting, it seems that the information has been buried from the eyes of the public. But if you do some extensive research, you'll find a lot of information that amazing doctors and alternative health educators have left for us. Extended fasting is something I was very curious about, and one of my goals for 2020 was to complete a 5-day water fast and see how it affects my body. Today I'm gonna walk you through my experience. So I started a fast weighing 58.4 kilograms. I weighed myself at the beginning and during the fast to see how my weight has changed. I must make it clear that I didn't do the fast for weight reasons. I'm not looking to lose any weight. I only did it for health reasons. By the way, Tal, my partner, joined me for 3 days out of the 5. So we ate a small meal in the morning and we started our fast at around 2 p.m. Since it's quite a long fast, we didn't want the food in the fridge we had to go bad. So we basically decided to start the fast when the food ran out and just refill it when we finished the fast. On day 1, I didn't feel anything special. We did a workout as usual, and since it was quarantine time, we had to work out at home, so we used what we have to make a challenging workout. If you're wondering about the balloons in the background, Tal had her 30th birthday just a few days before we started the fast. I gotta say that not thinking about food and the fact that the days are not surrounded around eating kinda gives the food a different meaning in your life. I realized that we see food as more than just fuel. It has become a meaningful part of our day, and there is so much involved around our meals. Sometimes it represents a break, it's resting time between our demanding tasks during the day. Sometimes it's pleasure, it's fun, it's comfort, and even a love language. It's a way for us to express ourselves. When you don't eat, you have to turn for something else for those things. It's an interesting feeling because the absence of food makes you realize what food means to you and what are your real needs. We tried as much as we can to run our days as usual, training, work, studying. Up until this point, it seems like everything is regular. The first 48 hours didn't seem like a challenge. I didn't feel any hunger. Now, if you haven't tried fasting before, it might seem a bit weird, but once my body experienced short fasts like this a few times in the past, it's not so hard to get to this point. Day 3 and on is when the real challenge begins. So in the middle of day 3, my body started to give some signs that it needs more rest. It seems as if my body started to move a little bit slower. Though it didn't affect my clarity, I was able to work and study just fine. But I decided to stop the workouts at this point and just stick to a short mobility routine just to include some sort of movement during my day. By the way, I'm using the Live Fasting Tracker app, which I really enjoy. It's completely free and I highly recommend it. What you see me doing right now is I realized that I haven't set the goal for 120 hours. It was set on my regular 17 hours daily intermittent fasting routine. So I figured it was a great opportunity to show you what our body goes through during a longer fast. On the app, they provide those little notes to show what happens in your body when you reach a certain amount of hours in your fast. So getting close to the 72 hours mark, we went to get some food that will be available for when we break the fast. Day 4 was by far the hardest of all. I think I had a heavy cleanse on this day. I started to feel a little foggy, I was tired but at the same time restless, so I mainly stayed in bed and tried to rest as much as I can. It's not that I wanted to sleep, but I felt sluggish, everything was slower and it drove me crazy because I'm used to being energetic, to get things done, to move around. It was like a big wave and it ended around the evening time after I started the 5th day. On Friday, I woke up pretty late at around 10:30, and it just goes to show that my body worked really hard and needed a rest. I broke the fast with a heavenly fruit juice. 120 hours and 7 minutes, that's my record. I weighed 53.7 kilograms just before I started drinking the juice, which makes it almost 5 kilograms in 5 days. Don't worry, I gained the weight back about a week later. And as for the rest of the day, it was mainly fruits and a salad. Whoa. Wow. It's not necessarily that you're going to have the same experience or feel the same during your fast. Every person might enter a fast in a very different condition than others. It may depend on how clean your body is, if you're used to being fasted, if you're recovering from a disease or something else. This was just my experience, and I wanted to share this with those of you who are interested in fasting and its benefits. I'd love to hear if you've tried fasting in the past or if you consider doing a fast in the future. Let me know below. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.